Yeah, the film did make me realize how much we have an attachment to speaking and speaking as a symbol of intelligence or competence, because there are many people who are competent at certain skills that may not be able to speak in a, this intoxicating or vivid manner and clear, cogent manner in the way that we are used to it. And there are people also that don't have great skills but are able to speak their way into making you believe that they do. And so it's like we take this small slice of a person's life, which is the verbal communication, and we kind of extrapolate that to the broader sense of is this, a competent human being in general, or is this a
Hmm.
smart human being
Hmm.
in general?
Hmm. Yeah, and I think kind of historically for non-speaking autistics, they've been assumed to be incompetent. There's been and there's this thing in that world now of saying presume competence, presume that someone can understand what you're saying. Uh, you know, that sort of thing of people kind of talking in front of people, making assumptions about there's that great bit in Naoki's book that's in the film where he says, people say, oh yeah, he just likes to be on his own, but actually I'm kind of desperate to be with other people, but my interactions with other people so often
Hmm.
go wrong that it's kind of easier to stay to the side.
Are there any interesting challenges or surprises that you had as a filmmaker that came up when you're creating a documentary around people who are non-speaking? Anything that you weren't expecting, or the approach to the film where you had to take a certain approach this time, as opposed to if you had five subjects that
Mm-hmm.
were able to speak?
I mean, I think like the first challenge was that Naoki didn't want to be in the film. He
Hmm.
was really happy for the project to go ahead, but I think that idea that the film might be about this young Japanese boy finding his voice and becoming a writer, that kind of went out the window. But actually, that sent it in a more interesting direction, I think. And in a way, it's a real gift to a filmmaker. I learned so much about filmmaking doing this film because I had to be less reliant on plot or on words or on explanations. It was very much a kind of show don't tell approach.
Hmm.
I think the film sort of tries to sit you alongside the characters who you meet, the people who you meet, and to maybe experience the environments they're in a kind of sensory way rather than just as a sort of background. And but it's also not. I don't think the film. I don't think film can get you into someone else's head completely. It's not a simulation. It's not like I hope people don't come out going, "Oh, right, that's how it is to be autistic." Apart from anything else, autistic experience is this huge range of different experiences, and you can even see that in the five people in the film. Just huge differences between them. Um, but yeah, it was an exciting challenge, and I think I kind of learned a lot about filmmaking, about the use of sound and association, things you often don't let yourself do in a film, like sometimes the associative edit, the edit of something which is just motivated by its associative link to something else, which is
Hmm.
wrong for another film because you're not following that plot line, you're not moving it on in that way. It was absolutely right for this film, and it needed a different kind of shape.